What value is giving him an intelligence briefing? What impact does he have at all, other than the fact he might slip and say something?
What do you say to that, Congresswoman?
Well, Joe Biden should not be anywhere near our state secrets because look how poorly he deteriorated, how badly he deteriorated mentally, physically over the last 4 years. He didn't even sign the pardons. I'm not even sure he knows who was pardoned because he's an automatic. He would be first in line for me to make sure that he didn't get our secrets and had any classified briefings. That's a hard pass here.
Congresswoman Nancy Mace, Republican of South Carolina. Thanks for coming on.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Former Massachusetts First Lady Kitty Dukakis died overnight of complications from dementia. Her husband Michael lost the 1988 presidential race to George H.W. Bush. Michael Dukakis served 3 terms as Massachusetts governor. While on the 1988 campaign trail, Kitty revealed she had overcome a prior addiction to diet pills. She also claimed deputy as a global humanitarian and an activist for mental health. Michael, who survives Kitty, was married to her for 62 years. Kitty Dukakis was 88 years old. And Americans are mourning the loss of a boxing legend. George Foreman, boxing champion and grilling magnate, died last night at a hospital in Houston. Foreman first won the world heavyweight title in 1973 against Joe Frazier. The following year, he had his first career loss against Muhammad Ali in a match known as the Rumble in the Jungle. Foreman made an unprecedented return to the ring in 1990, reclaiming the world title in 1994 at the age of 45. Foreman also, you probably remember, was a very successful entrepreneur, making more than $200 million selling the George Foreman grill, much more than he made in the boxing ring. We'll have more on his life and legacy with Outkick's Ricky Cobb in the next hour of the Fox Report. George Foreman was 76 years old.
That's backed by JP Morgan's leading strategists, like us.
When you want to invest with more confidence, the answer is JP Morgan Wealth Management.
Here's to getting better with age.
Cheers to beating these two every Thursday.
Help fuel today with Boost High Protein. Complete nutrition you need and the flavor you love. So Boost Tonight, now available Boost Max.
When it comes to my daily heart health supplement, I've got 3 rules. It's got to be plant-based, it's got to be doctor recommended, and it's got to be Super Beats through Human.
Discover why Super Beats is the #1 cardiologist recommended beet brand for heart health support at superbeats.com.
Scout is protected by Simparica Trio, and he's in it to win it. Simparica Trio is the first chew with triple protection. Oh, sweet! And it ticks. Intestinal worms! Well, from disease, no problem with Simparica Trio. This drug class has been associated with neurologic adverse reactions, including seizures. Use with caution. Dogs with a history of these disorders. For winning protection, go with Simparica Trio.
Want the fastest working GLP-1 for half the price? Roe now offers FDA-approved weight loss injections cheaper, with results you can see faster. Lose 15% of your weight with the formula from Eli Lilly. See if you qualify at roe.co/TV.
Artificial intelligence is vital to America's economic future. We must lead in developing AI, including open and closed source models. As the global leader in AI, America can strengthen small businesses, create new jobs, and spread our tech innovations across the globe. But if Washington ties the hands of America's innovators, China will gain a global economic advantage. America must lead. America must innovate. America must win. Our leaders must protect our competitive edge.
Tonight, inside America's education system, we'll depend on the future of the department. Plus, administration officials detail what's next for the president's agenda on Live View with Laura Trump.
I love my work caring for people. I often assist women who struggle with urinary incontinence, women who have fallen trying to reach the bathroom, or who have damaged skin from too much wetness. It can take a toll on them. At home, I worry for my mother. A lack of sleep due to bladder leakage affected her life. That's why I'm so glad the Turo system is available for home use. It's an innovative option for women who experience moderate to severe bladder leakage. This external system uses a soft, flexible wick placed outside the body to draw urine away from the body We trust it to help her throughout the night, so we're all better rested and can enjoy the things we love together.
Order yours online at pureawakenhome.com or call 800-483-3135 today. New external catheters for women and men available for home use. Call 800-483-3135 today.
Do you suffer in pain? Are you stiff, tense, or less active? Introducing the Easy Well Remedy Massage System, a triple fusion of therapeutic experiences. Full body vibrational therapy increases blood circulation and reduces inflammation. Infrared heat penetrates deep to reduce pain, soothe, and relax. The Ultra Shiatsu pillow with 6 heated nodes mimics a professional massage. Plus, it's detachable for deep relief anywhere you need it. Experience the true remedy for your pain and stiffness. Call now. Columbia University reportedly has met all 9 demands issued by the Trump administration to counteract last year's disruptive anti-Semitic protests held at the school. But it doesn't mean President Trump will restore the $400 million in federal funding he planned to cut. CB Cotton is live from Columbia University in New York City. The Trump administration, CB, is also going after some of those who are leading those protests.
Hi, John, that's right. Multiple students at campuses stretching from the Northeast to the Mid-Atlantic have been put on notice that their time in the United States may be coming to an end. And Secretary of State Marco Rubio says there are more warnings like this to come. He wrote on X late last night, quote, "We will continue to cancel the visas of those whose presence or activities have potentially serious adverse foreign policy consequences for our country." Rubio's warning actively playing out. Court filings say a Cornell PhD candidate involved in pro-Palestinian activism has been asked by ICE to turn himself in. And this week, a judge temporarily blocked Badar Khan Suri's deportation. Suri is an Indian national studying and teaching at Georgetown University who was arrested by ICE this week and told he had violated the terms of his academic visa. DHS told Fox Suri was actively spreading Hamas propaganda and promoting anti-Semitism on social media. The New York Times reports Suri denied the allegations via an attorney. And this week, we also learned more about the case of Mahmoud Khalil, the former Columbia student activist and green card holder who the government is trying to deport under a rarely used statute that allows for removing non-citizens who pose, quote, potentially serious adverse foreign policy consequences for the United States. The Trump administration says Khalil handed out pro-Hamas propaganda during campus protests, but Khalil's attorneys say their client is being targeted for speaking out for Palestinians. Former acting ICE Director Jonathan Fahey says he believes the Trump administration is going after cases that are indeed national security risk.
They are promoting violence, promoting terrorism. That's where the line will be drawn, and I expect that.
Okay, so sorry, I had a hard time. I had a hard time hearing. Sorry about that, John. So as for college campuses, many are now on notice over what's taking place here at Columbia, which has agreed to ban masks and rein in a controversial academic department. John.
It's always hard to hear on the streets of New York City, CB. Not a problem.
It is.
Thank you. CB Cotton.
Thank you.
Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Senator Bernie Sanders, you've been seeing a lot of them lately. They're holding a Fight the Oligarchy rally in Tucson, Arizona right now. They're hoping to capitalize on the anger some voters feel toward the current Democratic leadership and redirect that energy toward Republicans and President Trump. Myla Rivera has more on this big switch from Washington.
Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Senator Bernie Sanders are targeting working-class voters on this western swing, and they hope that their message promising to take on billionaires will resonate with a group of voters who swung towards Republicans during the November 2024 election. But they're also taking aim at fellow Democrats, saying that they must do a lot more to fight back against the Trump administration.
Our job, though, is not just we've got to get on the offensive as well. That means having a vision of where we as the wealthiest nation on earth, the longest standing democracy on the planet, where do we want to go?
Sanders tells the New York Times he wants the tour to encourage more people to run as independents like himself. Indeed, the Democrat brand is facing a beating. A Fox News poll shows only about 30% of voters approve of Democrats in Congress, down 23 points since this poll was last taken in October 2023. The downturn driven partly by fellow Democrats whose frustrations with the party were palpable in town halls this week. The anger over Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer's decision to pass the GOP funding bill last week loomed large. Some constituents warning of trouble for incumbents in 2026.
Democrats should win in 2026. But those Democrats may need to be the people who beat incumbents in primaries for being too passive now.
But as a sign of how divided Democrats are, Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman criticizes AOC's approach in this expose, saying, "Fight harder, a stunt that would have harmed millions and plunges into chaos. We kept our government open, deal with it." And Michigan Senator Lisa Slotkin says an activist approach would not work in a purple state like hers, saying she must be more practical. John?
Madeline Rivera reporting from Washington. Madeline, thanks. For more on this, let's bring in Fox News contributor Joe Concha. Joe, it's interesting. AOC and Bernie Sanders, you could say, represent the leftmost wing of the Democrat Party, and the party is taking a real beating in public opinion polls right now. So those two are sort of the public face of the party, at least this week, going out and trying to rally voters. How successful do you think they're going to be?
Well, part of that public beating that you just talked about, John, Quinnipiac polling. First time in their history, the Democratic Party is underwater on approval among its own voters. 40% of Democrats approve the party, 49% disapprove. I mean, that's never happened